listen over. You a queen when I less than I'm a gozy. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Hey, hey, hey. Girl, you're such a powerful woman.
Hi ninjas, how are you doing? It's your girl Owamie, aka Miss Fair Focal, bringing back for all entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, I'm most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you, and do not forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. It's at boldly Owamie. Now, my ninjas, on the 30th of March, we do have a masterclass that is happening. The price is only $390, so the details will be somewhere here. Just go ahead and make sure that you make that payment, send proof of payment to WhatsApp, and we will take it from there. Now, my ninjas, today I'm going to talk about something that I actually saw, and I really want us to actually discuss this particular situation, honestly, because I've been looking at it and it irks me. It really honestly irks me. And this is a topic about single mothers, right? And you know, before somebody sits out there and you don't know me and you're just like, oh, she's doing this because she's a single mother. I'm not a single mother, okay? Get that right. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually talk about this for single mothers, even though I'm not one, because I do see so much unfairness that actually happens, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and actually have this picture, guys. This picture is gonna be somewhere here. I don't know if it's gonna be this side, if it's gonna be that side. I will see. But somebody said, adults discussion. Would you allow your kids to dress like this for school? Okay. I am going to cut, their faces are not showing anyway. And then, so this is what Chris Excel said. He said, children who come from homes with fathers don't dress like this. Schools, right? So I guess maybe he wanted to say don't dress like this to school. It's only those who are raised by glorified hoes who call themselves strong single mothers that actually dress like that. So basically this is a discussion that was supposed to be that would you allow your child to dress like this for school or like going to school? It did not mention anything about single mothers, did not mention anything about fathers or single fathers. But then Chris Excel felt that his answer would be that, you know, kids that actually come from homes where they have fathers, they actually don't dress like this. The ones that come from single mother households, and he went on to insult single mothers to say they're hoes, you know, they're the ones that actually dress like this. But the first thing that I'll go ahead and say is this. For every single mother you see is a deadbeat father somewhere. Halloo? Can I get a halloo? Can I preach? Can I prophesy? No. But I'm telling you, it's either the man dirt, which, you know, rest his soul, we do get that. But if he's not around, he's a deadbeat. Somewhere. So as every single mother that you see, she literally had to be left and she had to pick up a slack of a man. Now, we are not talking about people that lost their partners because that obviously happens. It's such a sad thing. I'm talking about like men that are fully alive and they choose to leave the mother of their kids and the kids. And for him to actually say that this is a household where single mothers run, it means that that man is a deadbeat somewhere, because not only did he leave the mother, it means he also left the child, because if he's still in that child's life, even if they don't stay together, he would see that this is how my child dresses, and then I'm gonna say no. I'll repeat, for every single mother out there is a deadbeat father somewhere. A single mother had to pick up the slack of this deadbeat. So I find it to be so hurtful, guys, that society literally is constantly trying to crucify single mothers as if, okay, so this is the situation that I'll go ahead and say. I'm someone that you guys know, I do my best to obviously like be truthful. If you're someone that is out there and you're still young, please don't just have a kid. Don't do it. do not just have a kid with anyone. Trust and believe there's certain things as preventions, right? You can go to the clinic, you get those for free. You can go get your preventions. First of all, you can abstain. If you're young, you can just go ahead and abstain. If you are still at a point where maybe you went on and you slept with a guy and you were not comfortable to say, can we use a condom? Or not even can we use a condom? Please stop. You're too young. You're not a woman yet. Because every woman knows how to actually say, hey, use a protection. And if you're not using a protection, I'm not doing this with you. Now, when you're still young, and that's one of the reasons why these men prey on young girls, is because they know that a young girl is not going to be as assertive as an older woman like me. I'm not going to, like, okay, you use the protection or we don't do it. That's it. And he knows there's no haggling, there's no negotiation. I know where my mind is. But when you're a child, they're able to play with you guys. They're able to lie to you guys. They're able to try and convince you guys. So that is the reason why I say that if you have been in a position where you were unable to say use protection and you went on to sleep with this guy without protection, please stop sleeping with anyone. You're still too young. Grow to a point where you are comfortable enough to say use protection and you demand it. Okay? That is the first thing. The second thing, please do your best to make sure that you do not have a child with a man that did not marry you. That's the second thing. Please do your best that you do not have a child with a man that did not marry you. Trust and believe it will protect you and save you from a lot of stuff. When someone marries you and you've got a child with them, if they decide they're leaving, then that's a divorce, right? At least you can be able to come out with something. That's if you choose right, even. Because I don't know where you would be going marrying a broke man, honestly. Because some of you in Jenny are dinner. But anyway, or some of you are still just young, like how I was, like, you know, but learn from our mistakes. You lot are a blessed generation because social media is everywhere. You guys get to see people's lives. You guys get to see people's scandals, people's mistakes. They come and lie and the next thing is exposed. So you are getting to know a bit of like, this is actually how real life is than what is being tried to be pushed upon us. You understand? So basically that is that. When you go through a divorce, at least, you know, you also go through like the family courts, and then they are able to actually make sure that that child is actually supported proper. You can even also get a spousal, you know, and stuff like that. But the best thing is to first be financially independent self before you can actually go out there and have a child with anyone. That's the best advice that I would actually honestly give you. And make sure that this person has married you. It will protect you from a lot of stuff, right? That is the other thing. The other thing again is that I know that there are some people out there that love nice things, but they're lazy to work as women. They're lazy to work for those nice things, but they want them. So you will go out there because you want an iPhone. They're going to sleep with you and the guy is going to say, no, but I'm going to give you 30K, you know, for a phone, or 35,000 for a phone. I can't use protection. Next thing, you're pregnant for an iPhone that is not going to buy the child diapers. This nigga is gone. Guys, men, a lot of them do not care. These niggas, some of them, it's like they are straight from hell, breeded by the devil himself. So be very, very, very careful. It's very easy for a man to walk away from children, but it's not easy for a mother to walk away. So there's a lot that literally goes in. When you're still young, unfortunately, guys, you know when they say knowledge is power, as I grow older, I value knowledge more than anything. And no, I'm not saying, you know, I know like with education, there's also knowledge stuff like that, you know, like certificates, degrees, whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about knowledge. You can get knowledge anyway. You can get knowledge on the internet. You can go read about something. You can learn to do a new skill, something completely different without even having to go to school for it, because we've got tools that literally help us. If you need to go to school, you've got the means, you've got the time, do it. Go and acquire as much knowledge as you can. Now, unfortunately, what I don't like about school is the fact that they don't have the school of life. I know there's someone that once said that, well, there is LO, life orientation. They don't teach you much. unless if the curriculum has actually changed. But from what I know, they wouldn't really teach much. They would teach you about the basics, but not the hustling of life. Not the hustling of life. And why I'm saying the hustling of life is the fact that once you leave that school, once you leave that class, you're still gonna go out there and meet these old men that prey on young kids. And those are the ones that mostly fall prey. That's why if you go to single mothers, a lot of single mothers, guys, you find that they become single mothers at such young age. Such a young age, they become single mothers. And so now, you are 20, you already have a child with a guy. At 20, you really don't know yourself. You don't know who you are. So you can't expect that other person that you're with to know who they are, especially when they're how can I say that? Especially when they're older, and most times they know what they want from you. They want the fact that, they can control you. They want the fact that they can throw you around. They can do whatever it is that they want. But you're also going to mature and you're also going to grow. And you're going to grow into who? The us they've been running from. So once he sees that you're no longer agreeable, right? What is the next thing that he's going to do? He has to go for another younger one. And then where are you? You are now left with your child. And a lot of them will not even want to support. So please just also be very careful out there before you actually give a man a child, right? But anyway, we need to pass there. Let's get to this particular one. Every single mother that is out there, trust and believe, majority of single mothers, all they do is try their best for their kids. I really don't know what is it that people have against single mothers. I saw there was also this other girl, on TikTok that was talking about how, a single mother of two, a single mother of this and that and that. And I was just looking at her and I'm like, I remember I even made a video about it. I was like, it's such a dumb, stupid way of thinking. But with her, she was talking about in competition of men, basically, that, she still is in the game and this person is out of the game. But one thing that I can go ahead and say is that I do see a Stella begging a guy or a man that is of a higher quality than the man she can beg. And Stella has got 3 kids with 2 different men. And she even had a child with a married man. So for me, I'm just like, different strokes for different folks. You understand what I'm saying? But what I don't understand is why are people having such problems with single mothers who all they're doing is to do their best for the same men, useless niggas that come into their lives, lie to them, and then after that they leave. I know it's not everyone, but majority of women, guys, a lot of women, if they could have the same child that they have, but change the father of that child, a lot of women would change. They would. If you go to most single mothers especially, and then you ask them to say, hey, if we give you a few years back, you will still have the same children. Because I know most mothers love their kids. But you will have this child with a different person at a later stage in life. Trust and believe, about 99% of them, they would actually take that deal to say, what, I'll rather be established first before I can actually have, this child or these kids. So for me, I think that when I saw that Chris post, it did hurt me of the fact that so men do know the value and the importance of having a father in the household, but they choose not to be there. They choose to walk out and leave. I don't care who you are. You cannot tell me that your baby mama is making it difficult for you to be in your kid's life, and I'm gonna sit here and be like, oh, no. First of all, there are courts, especially not in South Africa. I know there's a woman that recently got sentenced. I can't remember if it's 12 years to jail or how many years, because she was denying access to the father of the child. He literally took that woman to court to a point where the mother is now going to be jailed and now he's going to have the child. But he fought all the way to the end to make sure that he's going to see his child. So you are not special that you would sit there and be like, no, I'm in a vele. I left because, hey, what. You can leave the mother, but not the child. Why are you not in your child's life? Because if you're still alive, you also have a responsibility. Your responsibility is not only just to say, I'm going to send 2,000 or 5,000 a month and I'm done. No. You also need to make sure that, okay, this child dresses well to go to school. You still need to make sure that your leg is going to be down. Because, guys, for me, I won't even lie. I see the importance of having men and a father in your life, a father figure in one's life. Obviously, we all cannot have it all. There are times where it's just impossible, But if there's an opportunity that there can be a father figure in a child's life, jump on it. I would jump on that. I don't even want to lie. You understand? Because I see the importance. The same way that there's an importance of a mother, there's also an importance of having a father as well. You understand? But these men choose to walk away. And then yet, when the women are now doing their best, they're now blamed. Maybe the same. Let's say maybe these kids are from the single mother household, right? This woman is waking up in the morning. She has to now be a mother and a father to the same child. What time does she have to sit down and actually say, no, let me check, how did this child dress going to school? Some of these kids, actually, they hide the mini skirts in their bags. And then when they leave home, they're dressed proper. When they get to school, they switch the clothes. As a mother and who is also having to play a role of a mother and a father, do you really have time to be going through your child's books? You maybe at this point don't even have only just one. You're tired, you're from work, you're stressed, the bills need to get paid. Everything in this country, guys, the prices are just wild. Sometimes I look at it and I'm just shocked, like, how are people literally surviving? There's this trend that has been there on TikTok and people are talking about how much they spend for their kids, and I am just shocked. Because when they count, most of the videos that I saw, guys, they don't even show, like, how can I say this? It's not like they do anything extravagant, nothing extravagant. But literally people are spending 8K and whatever for one child. So if you have got that much money that you need to cough up, do you really think that you have got all the time? And why is the father not there? But men will still go out there and say, well, he's not there because of the mother. That's nonsense. You see guys like Jub, that's why I've said this many times. I don't even want to hear what he has to say. That nigga has been in jail. That nigga has gone through the system of court. He can still go through the system of court to fight for his son. All he knows is he will be running around with people that cheat, blah, blah, blah. He'll be out there fighting with a passion. Hey, we're not this and this, but he cannot use the same passion to go and fight for his child. The time that I spoke about this, somebody said, well, that's his job. Is it not also his job for him to be a father? Is it not? I'm putting him as an example because he's a public figure. Those are the type of nonsense that are out there. If you meet a man and he tells you that he is not in his child's life because the baby mama does this, and please run for your life. He is going to impregnate you and leave you the same way that he left that one. Because if he really cared about his child, he was going to say, okay, I can see the baby mama. If she's making it difficult for me to see my child, I'll go to court and I'll get to see my child. The courts will always give men or women orders to make sure that these kids have got both parents. But what is the problem? They don't want to support their kids. Hence, they run. Because I'm also not, and they do this again. They will say, no, she's a bitter baby mama. You cannot come and expect to see a child that you don't feed. Who's feeding this child? When you're out there wanting to see this child, playing with this child, blah, 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 but you work, you drive here to see the child, you live without leaving the child any money for the child to survive, how do you think this child is surviving? So a lot of these deadbeats, guys, it's a fact of they don't want to spend their money on kids. Not that they don't have the money. You'll find them in the clubs blowing bottles. You'll find them being sugar daddies to other people's kids. Except for their own child. And so they'll go around saying, well, she's a bitter baby mama. No, she's someone that is factual. How dare you want to come and see a child that you don't support? Njani. This whole situation and this whole conversation of single motherhood really honestly breaks my heart, because I'm just like, I don't think there's anyone that sits down and they're like, yeah, I'm going to be a single mother and this is what I want. Because single motherhood, guys, it cannot be easy. It has to really honestly be hard. It really honestly have to be hard. You have to make sure the kids have eaten, the kids have dressed. If there's a problem at school, you have to make sure you're there. You have to make sure that you are working. You have to make sure that all the bills are paid. You have to make sure that you are still a mother. You still need to make sure that you also have your own life, because let's not lie. You also deserve to live. It's a nightmare. For me, I just cannot imagine. And if there's anything that I can go ahead and say is that I do feel like single mothers, guys, they deserve a round of applause, because these women could simply say, you know what, I'm going to do what the father did. I'm going to just take these kids and put them in an orphanage and leave. But they chose to say, I'm going to struggle with my kids. I'm not promoting single motherhood. If you listen to the first part of this video, I'm preaching to say, please just be very careful before you have a kid with someone. You understand? Be very, very careful. Kids are very expensive, guys. Kids are no child's play. But what I'm simply saying also here is that if a person is already a single mother, this person is not going to go and kill their kids. And for them to be a single mother, it means there's a deadbeat somewhere that ran away. So why is the focus constantly all on women and not these deadbeats that actually come in and they run? This really honestly for me does not make sense. But anyway, I want to go ahead and say that because I've just seen that it seems like anyone that wants attention, they go for single mothers. If you are a single mother out there, first of all, I am really so sorry that you've had to be dealing with something like this, because I know that it cannot be easy. Second of all, even if, let's say, you made a mistake, you cannot come and kill yourself. Learn to forgive yourself for wherever you feel that you wronged yourself, and learn to just pick up your life and continue moving. If you have to go to maintenance to make sure that at least part of the money is covered so that you can also ease up your stress, do it. And if it just so happens that your child maybe develops some attitude, the child doesn't listen or whatever, please do not blame yourself. You also have done your best. That is it, honestly. And to deadbeat fathers out there that run away, y'all just deserve a place hotter than hell. You are so useless. You don't deserve life. You are a waste of space. That's in my personal opinion. If you can bring a child to this earth and you go around walking as if you don't have a child, you're just a waste of space, Nji. We have people that have passed. I see some girls crying for their fathers that passed, and I'm like, welele, I know a useless father somewhere that could have died in the place of this father that is useful. Or a mother, whatever. But anyway, yeah, I'm not liking this conversation that keeps happening. People are attacking single mothers for no reason. Single mothers are just doing their best to raise their kids, guys. Let's have compassion for them as well. And the people that should actually be blamed is the fathers that run and make these women single mothers. But anyway, from Owamie, I love you guys so much. Stay blessed. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next episode. Bye, ninjas.